Okay, so I had to switch back to my phone. And I think this is right, so let's just see what happens here. I'm not sure what happened to my iPad. I think it just died. Okay, Megan, hopefully this is correct, since I see that you're back on with me. Thanks. Hopefully it's the right side. I'm just going to keep going with it. I think my iPad just died, so I had to shut that off. It's sideways. Okay, let me try to change that. Let's just see if I can fix it while we're on. I don't think I can. I know it's sideways, but you can probably see what I'm doing, right? We're just going to keep going. Just if somebody can let me know if you can see what I'm doing. All right, so where I left off was taking the little pieces off here. And I'm just going to lay that right down there. Okay, thanks, Megan. You can cope with it. Thanks. Technology. I don't let it upset me anymore. Okay, so there we have that. Now, I have the little one here, and he's pretty small, so I'm going to go ahead and color him in. I was watching some videos the other night, and I see a lot of this happening, so I know it's not just me, so I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, I feel bad because it messes up everybody when they're watching, but unfortunately, not much I can do about it when this happens, so I'll have my husband check out my iPad again. So as long, I mean, you can see it, you can tell what I'm doing. That's the main thing. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab another little dimensional. And these are the mini dimensionals. Thanks for sticking with me and coming back. I know it took a little longer because I was trying to get my iPad working, but when I realized that was what just died. Okay, now I'm going to bring in a little strip here. And this one said thinking of you, but I'm going to bring in this little strip. And I think I'm going to do just a note. I'm going to bring in my Heather Highland and stamp that. I got too much stuff on this table. And instead of just using my paper trimmer, I'm just going to cut this off. And I just saw that I stamped that a little darker, but that's okay. I had it in the gorgeous grape. Then I'm going to bring in some regular dimensionals. I want to get to the other, well, I know it'll be all right now. It won't cut off, but I want to get to the other card before anything else happens. So just flick that over there. And I have a little note card. Okay, I know it's sideways. No need to tell me. I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry, Valerie. And there's a quick, easy card. And if I want to add a little bling to it or glitter to it, I can just add some Winkostella very gently because remember, it is wet. The Winkostella makes it wet and it will bleed. Okay? And I'll even add a little Winkostella. I didn't bother putting the little body and antennas on this little one. So there's my first card. Now, here's a little trick I want to show you. This is so cool. And I saw this, Linda Bowen did this. Okay, so here's your punch. This is why I would definitely want to get back on with you. Here's your punch. Here's part of the designer series paper. Okay? And if you use this punch, you can cut part of this out and jiggle that in there and get, you know, punch one of these out. Even punch this out, even though the piece is missing, because you can use that. But this is so cool. If you do this, you cut around these instead. I know a lot of people don't like to do that because then it's very hard to get that in the punch, right? Then you have trouble getting it in the punch this way and holding it, right? Well, here's a little trick. Take a strip of, you know, whatever, waste material. I keep these because I stamp on them. Put a little snail on there, or you can use a glue dot. Use it like a dipstick, I think she called it. Use it like that. Slide it in. Hold it. And punch out your piece. How easy was that? A scrap, yes, I couldn't think scrap piece. I was so discombobulated because of getting cut off on Facebook here. Look at that. How easy is that? Okay, so let's do the flap card. So again, this was the first one I did. Here's the pieces I'm going to bring in now to show you. I do have the sizes. I will tell you what they are, and I will put them on my Facebook Live. Type it in later and put it on my blog. So the base piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay. This piece that goes over it, the layer is 4 by 5 1/4. The flap right here, you can see that, is 1 3/4 by 4 1/2. The piece that layers over that is 1 1/2 by 4. And then this piece right here, and this is the glorious grape. This piece right here is 2 1/4 by 4. The white one is, oh, I didn't write the white one down. Why didn't I write that down? I do have it right here. The white one on top of that is, oh, I did 2 inches by 3 3/4. And then I have another one of the 2 1/4 by 4 or smaller, because that's going to go under here. Okay? All right, so those are the pieces. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the base card. You could even do it that way. Snail that down. And again, I apologize that it's now sideways. We were on a roll for quite a few videos because it didn't happen. But at least I know what it is now. And it does have to do with my iPad. Not having enough storage, I think. Okay. And I just want to take that back off. Roll it back up. Let me just take that piece off. That's why I use snail. And I didn't press down too hard because I forgot to do the flap. I'm telling you, I'm all discombobulated. Okay, so you're going to take that flap piece first. And you're going to want to use something a little sturdier than your snail. So I'm going to use tear tape. Fast fuse would work. Since you can't order it anymore, we're using tear tape. Just right on the edge. You're going to put a piece of tear tape. Flick that off. You're going to line that up on this piece of designer series paper. You see what I'm doing here? You can score that at about 1/4 of an inch. I'm just going to flap it over. Okay. Then I'm going to take my bone folder, make sure it's nice and crisp. Now, because that's a little thicker, I would snail all the way around here. Hello again. If anybody's just getting back on, watch part 1 and then part 2. So I'm going to put the tear tape right over that because I really want that to stay down. And if you saw the little tip on the punch, I see Gail said she always does that. Well, I just never realized it. Which actually made me think of a series I'm going to do with YouTube, now that I do YouTube videos. And I will be starting that next week called Did You Know? I'm not sure what day it's going to come out. So I snailed that down again. I'm going to put that right on top. Okay. So there's my first flap. going to bring in that designer series paper that I already cut. That's going to go right there. Okay, and if you have to trim it down, just bring in your paper. It depends on how much you flapped over. I'm just going to trim just a tad bit, which is even too small to even tell you, so that I have a little more purple showing. All right, I'm going to lay that right down there. Again, I just call this a flip card or flap card. I'm going to take my other piece of Gorgeous Grape, and that's going to go right here. Before I do it, though, I'm going to bring in my white piece, which is right here. I'm going to stamp my saying on there first. As soon as I figure out where I just put that, there it is. Okay, so this one I'm going to do a little note. These make great little note cards. Again, oh, there's my paper piercing mat, which you should be using. Remember, if you can see through the stamp, you should be using your mat. I'm going to put this right about here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is layer it on here, on this piece of Gorgeous Grape. Now, I can't see the comments because I'm not on my switcher studio, so I can't see two screens. So I will get back with the comments on you. And then this is the piece that I just punched out. Oh, look, I just got some goobers there. No worries. This is how you fix a goober. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my little mini dimensionals here. Put him right there. Okay. And then let me see. Do I have another one over here maybe? Let's see. I have another one. Yeah, I think I do. This one right here. Let's see if we can play around with this real quick. Oh no, I know what I had some small ones I wanted to use too. But first, I want to just try out something. This one I can hold on to, so I just want to see something here. All right. Remember I said you can hold on to those because you can actually put that right here, you see? This is what I wanted to show you. So even though that piece is cut off, don't throw it away because, and this one I'm going to snail down. I'm not going to have it pop up. I did that on the cars, on my video with the cars. You want to put that right, line it up where the cut off piece is, and look. You don't have to throw that piece out because it's only a part of a butterfly. I'm going to bring in my little antennas, which keep falling off here. I got to clean that. Stamp that in black. Now he's too close to that, so I don't think I'm going to give him antennas. I'm going to line that right up there. Unless I stamp off once, maybe I'll do that. There we go. There, that's close enough. I'm going to go ahead and snail that down. Just like that. And then I got ink all over my hands. And then I have this white piece. Now what I usually do is to line it up so I have it kind of in the spot. Put a little snail, not a lot, but just a little bit. And then I close my card up. This is just the way I do it. Sometimes it moves. And sometimes it doesn't. So that it lines up pretty well. There you go. That's my little flap card for the day. So again, a couple different ways to do it. You can stamp it. Get that out of there. You can stamp on it. You can cut those pieces out from the designer series paper. And here's some other ones that I did. So you have a lot of ideas. Again, remember the designer series paper, you can mix and match. This is the gingham. And then, of course, you have these great sequins, which you can add to it, that are also in the catalog. Now, this one I used the purple. This one I think I'm going to use like the iridescent ones. So maybe you want to add a little more bling to it. So we'll just add a couple little sequins here. Okay. So you can mix and match any of that. It all works together. I hope you enjoyed my video. I can't flip my camera up to see you again because it's pointing down now. But do check back on my blog and on YouTube. I will have everything there later today, including all of these great swaps that I received. Don't forget to check me out on YouTube. There'll be a new YouTube video this week. Remember, I won't be on Sunday night because I do have a big class. Share my video from here, both of them, part 1 and 2. And on YouTube, leave me a comment, any comment on any of my YouTube videos for your chance to win one of my little grab bags. I hope you have a great weekend, and thank you for tuning in. Happy stamping! Bye!